A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE cast, only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Ara City hands over projects to 8 local contractors. Thirteen people arrested, 15 motorcycles recovered in Ara City. And phase organization to distribute food items to vulnerable people in Maracha district. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. It's the 4th of April 2024. You're most welcome to the Nilecast, only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. The Minister for Presidency, Honorable Millie Babalanda, has urged the stakeholders in Greater Nebi to fight corruption so as to avoid wastage of government resources. This was revealed during the commissioning of President's offices in Laji Cell, Tata Division, Nebi Municipality. Alfred Jawok reports more.
Major Martha Asimwe, the Secretary in the Office of Presidency, has urged all district leaders in Uganda to remain relevant and provide free land for the construction of president offices to ease coordination and smooth running of development. She made this remark on Wednesday, 3rd April 2024 in Nebi Municipality, where she acknowledged the critical roles by the district leaders, which is a powerful force for social cohesion and integration. Asimwe added that the government has already constructed 18 offices for the president across the country in relation to the healthy development and service delivery to the people. She also revealed that her office is facing challenges of encroachment by some individuals onto the land donated by 48 districts despite financial constraints to commence construction works on the given land.
Honorable Minister, we intend as your ministry to construct more in case the area district local governments provide land. In addition, construction works for the office of RDC Mitiana are yet to commence. And allow me to inform the district chairman, who was lobbying for the contractor, that the deal is done and the contractor will be undertaking the construction of offices in Mitiana. Honorable Minister, in 2011, your office requested the district local governments to allocate land for the construction of office plots for resident district commissioners, and so far 48 districts have allocated pieces of land. However, like I have alluded to already, due to budgetary constraints, the office is not in position to develop the allocated land, hence a risk of being encroached on. At this junction, allow me to commend Nebi District Local Government for allocating land for construction of office of the President and for the RDC Nebi.
While Nebi Resident District Commissioner Robert Abak informed the audience that some individuals wanted to see Nebi District on the land the President office has been constructed. Abak said with protracted efforts by the district councillors of Nebi, they have managed to win the case since the district had already acquired title for the land.
Intention to sue that the land belongs to him. I read to Chairperson NRL, who gave me the history of that land. Fortunately, this land had a title before in the names of Nebi District Local Government, but he didn't know what he was saying. I must thank Chairperson NRM for fighting that fire. I didn't report to you, Honorable Minister, because I knew we would handle, because here we cherish teamwork, and we handled it. Even I didn't report to the head of RDC Secretariat for contained. I must thank Mayor. Time came, they said, approval of building plan, Honorable Minister. Walter there would call me. They want the building plan approved. I said, God, what is this again? Mayor, thank you and your councillors and the technical team. You didn't even charge me any coin. You said, please bring the document. Thank you very much. In a special way, I want to thank the chairperson, Tata. Where is he? Because at first I thought this was Central Division. They said, no, it's Tata. So they gave us all the documents.
In the meantime, Emmanuel Orombi, Nebi District Chairperson, tasked the Office of the President to fence the office since it is in an open place and can be easily accessed by intruders as Nebi is near the border with the DR Congo.
Honorable Minister, you have seen how the place is open, and you know this is like the head of security department in the district. And security with the open ground like this is not good. Somehow even to me, my residence, official residence, is just across, and it is inconveniencing to carry a formal and official function when chairman privacy is not. Will you cover this place now? I'm asking for the fencing and pavement here. Cover it, Honorable Minister. And that one I've left in your hand.
Encroachment on government lands in Uganda has been the biggest challenges faced by lower local government units, districts, municipalities and cities. In 2013, by then Nebitan Council lost a land case with some families who claimed that their land was grabbed by the town council authority. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories. In a bid to promote transparency and reducing doubts exhibited by the members of the public during the procurement and contract process, Arua City leaders on the 3rd of April 2024 handed over 8 projects to 8 local contractors for development. Farish Majid has more on the story.
In a bid to promote transparency and reducing doubts exhibited by the members of the public during procurement and contract processes, Arua City leaders on 3rd of April 2024 handed over 8 projects to 8 local contractors for development. The successful contractors who won the projects were called upon before the leaders and the media at the mayor's office to sign the contracts for the projects within the 2 divisions of the city. Chasanku David, the Arua City clerk, says the move aims at exhibiting transparency and also to empower the local contractors.
So we are here before the political leaders to interact with the contractors as a sign of transparency, to remove all doubts that contracts are signed in the town clerk's office, or it's only the mayor who knows. No. We have done this to begin our transparency move under his worship, the mayor of Arua City and the division mayors, to interact with our contractors, to know that above all this, they are political leaders who are watching and monitoring these projects, but also too, they are here to support the local content. They would go around anywhere, but they are insisted, Mayor insisted, we need the local contractors of Arua City to take these positions.
Malone Avutia, the mayor, Ivu Division, asked the contractors to finish their projects within the stipulated time, as he also asked them to work with the local population.
So I request that let us, first of all, do this work within the time that is in the contract. Number 2, let us execute quality work. Number 3, please give opportunities for the local population in those respective areas. I am happy many of you have been doing that. This time can even do it more. Because this person who is going to do it towards the election is counted a voter straight away.
Meanwhile, Ratibi Jackson, the deputy mayor for Central Division, who represented his worship mayor Muzaid Kamis, lauded the city leadership for considering them while allocating the projects for development.
Thought about our issues in the Central Division. That's why we have got a lion's share. I thank you so much. Having said this, I add my voice to congratulate you. I know you are a no-nonsense person. You will do very good work because work is life. Congratulations. Have a good time.
Omale Jimmy, the senior procurement officer for Arua City, tasked the developers to mind of the environment while undertaking the projects.
If you not do work as we expected, you're supposed to deduct money from it. So many of you at times don't plant trees. So if you don't implement those environmental things, that's the purpose of the environmental performance security. So we should take note. Don't prepare one, prepare both of them.
Listen, I hope
You are not going to disappoint us. Yes.
The contractors, however, expressed readiness to kick off the developments, and the projects worth millions of Ugandan shillings will see developments of 2 classroom blocks and an office at Ruva Primary School Naive Division at a tune of 102,296,000 to Taban Brothers, construction of 2 classroom block at Lufe Primary School at a tune of 147,699,000 given to True Stars Investment Limited. There will also be construction of 2 classroom blocks at Odravo Primary School to Hope Engineering and Construction Works Limited. Furthermore, the developments will also see the first lifting of the city abattoir, which has been given to Ox Enterprises Limited. In addition, the developments will also see the construction of Patients Waiting Shed at Police Health Center 3, given to Judean Hills at a tune of 32,698,980. The projects also tackled water and will see development of 2 water kiosks in Arua Central Division, given to Caracas General Suppliers at a tune of 31,661,750. Niva Primary School in Central Division will also benefit in the projects through fencing at a tune of 104,496,000 to Uguja Investments and Services Limited. Finally, the projects will see the fencing of 2 livestock markets and construction of shed at shillings 79,879,000 given to Time Enterprises Limited. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nalcast.
And more in our stories. The Territorial Police of Arua Business Division carried out intelligence-led operations on Tuesday, the 2nd of April 2024, that led to the arrest of 13 people and recovery of 15 numberless motorcycles in the outskirts of Arua City. Take a look. The Territorial Police of Arua Business Division carried out intelligence-led operations on Tuesday, the 2nd of April 2024, that led to the arrest of 13 people and recovery of 15 numberless motorcycles in the outskirts of Arua City. The 13 male suspects were arrested for being in possession of suspected stolen properties and being in possession of marijuana. The West Nile Police spokesperson Josephine Anguchia stated that the police is committed to dismantling gangs using joint security agencies, undercover operations and surveillance techniques to restore order in the neighboring community.
The Territorial Police of Arua Central Business Division conducted an intelligence-led operation on Tuesday, 2nd April 2024 that led to the arrest of 13 people and recovery of 15 numberless motorcycles in the outskirts of Arua City. The operation was conducted in areas of Arua Primary School, Kirab Cell, Terego Cell, Ethiopia area, Pajulu BAT area, Ozua Cell, Oli D Division, and other areas. The 13 male suspects were arrested for being in possession of suspected stolen properties and as well as being in possession of marijuana. Meanwhile, some other suspects among them were identified in other previous crimes committed, so they were arrested over those previous cases which were registered at police. In the same operation, 15 numberless motorcycles were impounded and parked at Arua Central Business Division Station for further management. We would like to inform members of public that these operations on the numberless motorcycles have been stepped up simply because criminals use them in committing organized crimes like robberies, thefts, murders, and others. So when investigations are over, the suspects will be produced in court to answer to the charges of being in possession of suspected stolen properties and also being in possession of marijuana.
The Territorial Police of Arua Business Division is determined to continue these operations until the city becomes free from organized crime. Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast. And more in our stories, KCB Bank and Albir Foundation join hands to donate iftar to the vulnerable community members of Tanganyika Cell in Arua City. Farish Majid reports.
KCB Bank Arua Branch and Albir Foundation today on the 4th of April 2024 joined hands to reach out to the vulnerable community members of Tanganyika Cell in Arua City through donating for them iftar, which is the food eaten to breakfast. The package the bank donated to the community members contains sugar, rice, salt, and other items to help the fasting Muslims during the holy month of Ramadan. Andrew Albert, the KCB Bank Arua branch manager, says in this donation under their corporate social responsibility, they targeted the most vulnerable to benefit under this program.
We are a bank for the people, for the community, and in this season of Ramadan, we have come up with the a sharing moment to share with our Muslim community. We have assorted foods that we have put together to share with the needy and the community. This time we have moved to communities, the most especially the needy, the lame, the old, to give them food items. Yeah, that's what we have decided to do. Thank you.
Kujo Bashir, the acting public relations officer of Albir Foundation, lauded the bank for reaching out to the vulnerable during this period.
We are so happy to honor KCB for this great issue of helping the community, our community of Tanganyika A. We are so proud to receive them with the little they have given us. I don't have much to say. I would just like to appreciate the little they have given us and to the community.
Mahmoud Muhammad Bilal, one of the beneficiaries, was appreciative upon receiving his package.
I've just got futar from KCB Bank. I would like to thank KCB Bank very much, and I will thank them in Islamic manner. The God told us, La in shakartum la azidanakum. If you thank God, God will add to you. And the Prophet said, Ma la yashkuru kalila, la yashkuru kathira. If you don't thank the little you get, you will not thank even the bigger one you've got. I thank KCB Bank very, very much. I want God to help them, to give them more business, to give them more iman, to help everybody, Muslim, non-Muslims, futar, either not futar. That's all I can tell the people of Uganda or people of Arua.
The staff of the bank's Arua branch moved to Tanganyika Cell, where they donated the items to the vulnerable members to help them in breaking their fast. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nalcast.
And more in our stories. Pragmatic Help Achieving Social Empowerment held a meeting on Wednesday, the 3rd of April 2024, on how to distribute relief items to the vulnerable people in Maracha district. Osuta Yusuf has more in this story.
Pragmatic Help Achieving Socio-Economic Empowerment, known as FACE, an NGO registered in Somalia in 2014 with funding from IRDF in Canada, has on Wednesday, 3rd April 2024, held a planning meeting on how to distribute relief food items to the vulnerable people in Maracha district. The meeting, which was attended by both politicians, religious leaders and technocrats in the district, resolved to allow the religious leaders from Catholic, Protestant, and Muslims to identify and register the vulnerable, who will each be receiving 3.5 kilograms of rice, 3.5 kilograms of maize flour, 3.5 kilograms of sugar, and half liter of cooking oil. That will be on Friday, 5th April 2024. The Deputy Qadi for Maracha Town Council, Avasi Al-Haji, thanked the organization and promised as religious leader not to cheat the vulnerable people in the process of identifying and distributing the relief items.
Actually, I'm very happy with FACE because the way they are doing, they have come with a program which benefits us and makes us happy now. And I wish it will continue more and more because this is the second time. Last time we benefited in it, today we benefit again. And I thank our director there who brought the thing to us here. This has been first thing which has come to our area. So I feel that God bless them and they continue with their work. And the things they have brought, such as rice, flour, and cooking oils and other things, shall reach the vulnerable people because they have got the list, the title, the names are there.
Reverend Donis Adoroti, the parish priest for Maracha Town Parish, pledged transparency in the process of registering the vulnerable people who will be benefiting from the food items.
A program, and it comes at the right time, but it's not noticed. We have many vulnerable people in the land of Maracha, and the responsibility given to the residents, especially the conscience, which came that some of the clergy or some of the leaders will only register those who are being in the church, those who will participate in the worship, in the fellowship. That's not exactly what we are going to do, because we know all our Christians. We have our Christians who are not coming to the church because of one or two things.
Paranga Sub-County LC3 Chairperson Honorable Osutre Godfrey appealed for a beneficiary to at least be identified in each village.
The vulnerable persons in the entire Maracha East constituency is a good idea. When we take into consideration the 11 sub-counties, getting these persons in the villages, to me, is a good idea. We are going to team up with the volunteers to ensure that indeed, at least in a village A, B, C, there must be a vulnerable person. So when they come up with the names, as LC3 chairpersons will endorse it, then submit it to come and receive the food aid given to them by
Honorable Asiba Zuyo Grace, the female councillor for Yivu and Eligwa Sub-County, urged Maracha District to maintain and keep faith organization because the district doesn't have an NGO partners.
The vulnerable people are the widows, the elderly people, the child-headed families, and so on. I'm grateful for it, and on behalf of the district council, I want the district council to be in touch with this NGO. Because as Maracha, normally we don't have NGOs in Maracha. I'm grateful for the NGO that has come, particularly the FACE, to help our people.
The country director and also the program and technical manager for FACE organization, Adume Yore Justus, says the organization is non-discriminative.
And one of in our profile, we are non-discriminative. That is the profile of FACE. We are non-discriminative. So when we do something, we do not consider the religious affiliation or political affiliation or any gender-based. We don't do that. So we look at the vulnerability case of the beneficiary.
The food relief items distribution scheduled for Friday, 5th April 2024 is going to be the second phase after the organization donated the first phase on 1st May 2023. Peace Ushaki, Osuta Yusuf.
Good evening, viewers. You are most welcome for today's edition of NILE Sports News. My name is Orak Benson Pastora. Right time for you to get to know what is making headlines as far as sports concerned. I can confirm to you all over the world the season is becoming tense. You talk about Star Times Uganda Premier League, the season is tense. FUFA Big League is also becoming tense. West Nile Regional League, both Nyagak Zone and the Nile Zone is also tense. What about the top European leagues? You talk about English Premier League, Italian Serie A, French League 1, Portuguese Primera Division, Dutch Eredivisie, not forgetting about also German Bundesliga. Things are almost coming to an end. But let's start it within the country of Uganda. I give you something about Star Times Uganda Premier League. It's also bouncing back tomorrow, expect so many games to be played, and the biggest of it will be a game between Mbara City and the team of Maroons. Mbara City will be sitting at Katseka, their own playing ground, as they welcome Maroons. Meanwhile, on the other side, Gaddafi will be staying at Gaddafi Arena as they welcome Logugobe's side. I'm talking about Kasasiro Boys, KCA, and on the other side, Vipers will have to maintain St. Mary's to tend the stadium as they welcome the team Udasi UPDF. Without taking long in Ugandan football race, in Ugandan sports, this time I want to drive our mind in what is happening in international sports, more especially what is happening in Europe. Before I give you updates of what is coming in English Premier League, I want to start with the other cups that are taking place in Italy, in Spain, not forgetting about what is coming from France. And yesterday there was one big game. It was in the semi-finals of Coupe de France between Paris Saint-Germain and the team of Rennes. Paris Saint-Germain, they cannot joke at Principality. They sparked the Princess at home as they went on to edge their rivals Rennes by a goal to nil. That means they are now through to the finals of Coupe de France this year. On the other side, Fiorentina had a 1-0 win over the team of Atalanta. This one was played in Coppa Italia, also in the semi-finals, and we are waiting for the reverse fixture to be played. What about in German DFB Pokal? No Bayern Munich, no Borussia Dortmund, but the team which is making headlines in German, in the both leagues, both German Bundesliga and German DFB Pokal, is the team Bayer Leverkusen. Yesterday, they also had an encounter with the team called Fortune Düsseldorf. It ended by 4-0 in favor of Bayer Leverkusen. And in Spanish Primera Division, there will be a game, match-at-hand game to be played tonight between the team of Valencia as they will be welcoming Granada. Valencia, actually, they are sitting at Mestalla as they welcome the team called Granada. What about the updates coming from English Premier League? Before I give you the fixtures to be played tonight, let me start with the games that have already taken place. Yesterday, 2 games were played. The teams that are right now fighting for the title, Arsenal, you talk about Manchester City, not forgetting about Liverpool. This time, they cannot lose games for fun. And yesterday, we saw Arsenal beating Luton by 2-0. On the other side, Phil Foden had to score hat-trick for the team of Manchester City to see that they beat stubborn Aston Villa by 4-1. And games are set to be played also tonight, and the biggest of it will be between Chelsea and the team of Manchester United, and the kickoff time will be a quarter past the hour of 10 p.m. Remember, the time zone has already changed. Games that used to start at a quarter past 11, whereas at 11, they have already reduced. I want to repeat it again. The game between Manchester United and the team of Chelsea will be at a quarter past the hour of 10 p.m. On the other side, 9:30 p.m. is when Liverpool will be sitting at Anfield in front of the fans to see that the win against Sheffield United, because the win as Manchester City picked yesterday night has also pressurized them. And apart from that, Tuesday games were also played. We saw Spurs playing a 1-1 draw with the team of West Ham. Burnley consecutively over the weekend, they had a draw with the team of Chelsea, which ended 2-2. And also on Tuesday, they played 1-1 with the team of Wolves. And there was also a game between Newcastle, the same scoreline they had over the team of Everton. It also ended 1-1, and Nottingham Forest ran riot over Fulham, beating them by 3-1. And also another team which picked a win was the team of Bournemouth that had 1-0 win over the team of Crystal Palace. I know some people want to know the top scorer chart. Right now, the man who is leading the top scorer chart is the man, Erling Braut Haaland, the striker for Manchester City, with 18 goals, being followed by Oli Watkins of Aston Villa with 16 goals. We have got Mohamed Salah that plays for Liverpool, also with 16 goals. Not forgetting about Dominic Solanke, former player of Chelsea who went to Liverpool, right now playing for Bournemouth, has also scored 16 goals to his name. That means we have 3 players that are all having 16 goals. And apart from that, there is a player who plays for Spurs called Son, who has already scored 15. In summary, right now, the team which is leading the table in English Premier League is Arsenal with 68 points. Manchester City comes to second position with 67 points. Liverpool, right now, they are also behind the team of Manchester City. In French Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain, they already 12 points ahead of the second place team Brest. Meanwhile, in Italian Serie A, Inter Milan is just some few wins away to clinch the Scudetto. What about in German Bundesliga? Bayer Leverkusen, I continue to repeat it, they are still unbeaten. They are just 3 wins away to be crowned as the champions of German Bundesliga. In Spanish Primera Division, Real Madrid is open the points gap for fun. With that, I want to stop here. We'll link up again tomorrow. Still, I'll be in person to feed you with what is happening in the world of sports.
Thank you, Rako Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. And that, viewer, marks the end of the Nowcast on your West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nowcast to the end of the Nowcast only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent program.